Sean and I have been friends for quite a few years now, actually. You know what, I don't even know how we became friends, but we knew a lot of the same people, used to hang out a lot socially, and he's just such a nice guy. How could you not want to work with him, you know? He's just really lovely to be around. And so yeah, when Alan Sampson, the producer, said he knew Jay as well, and we was like, well, Jay and I have talked about doing a collab, let's do it. And then the Fairground, who Alan Sampson produces with, wrote the track, Every Little Part of Me, and we both really loved the song, and it just felt right, you know. You can't always plan these things, it just happened really naturally. The concept was the director, but obviously we have to oversee it and approve it, and we went out to Miami to shoot the video. It was absolutely freezing out there, but we had a great time, especially the scene where Jay and I get arrested, which I thought was hilarious, and that's why you don't see a close-up of my face in that scene, because I'm laughing the whole time. Whereas Jay was actually a really good actor. I was really impressed. I was thinking, you know, go Jay, you could do movies for real. Definitely, I mean, we put it to continued at the end of the video because I think it's nice to leave that open. You know, it's nice to conclude a story sometimes, and depending on how well it's received, you know, it might be nice to do it again, so we'll see. I'm 6 weeks into recovery now on my feet. I had some surgery done, corrective bone surgery just before Christmas, and I haven't been able to walk, but the last few days I've been out of the house for the first time without these horrific moon boots that the doctor gave me to wear, which did nothing for me. And so yeah, on the mend. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be fully healed and the scars can start going down. But hey ho. Well, Strictly Come Dancing is actually easier than people think. I think because the show is so big, people think it must take up all my time, but I literally turn up on a Saturday, get ready, do the show, and then go home. So it's actually only, when it starts, it's only 1 day a week, and that leaves the rest of the week to focus on music and do everything else that I'm involved in. I believe that you can be positive even in criticism, because I think, for me personally, the word judge doesn't mean that you have to be nasty. You know, I'm there to give an opinion, I'm there to give my opinion and to be encouraging and empathise with the contestants. If I don't like something, I will say, but you don't have to be nasty with it.
One day specifically I remember coming home and my mum had a black eye and it was like nothing I'd seen before. And she said, I said, oh, you know, I kind of knew how it happened, so that couldn't have been the first time, because I knew that it happened. And she said she fell and she banged her head on the cupboard. But I know that that wasn't the first time, because I knew straight away that it was her partner that had done that to her. So there must have been incidents before that. But that one always stands out, because the fact that it was so obvious and the fact that she gave me this blatant lie.
It's definitely difficult to talk about things that were a private or been a part of your childhood, I guess, but for me I think it's always about looking at the bigger picture. And the reason I wanted to do the documentary was because I'm aware of how many people around the world, not just in the UK, are suffering, you know, at the hands of abuse. And as I said to my mum, who kindly allowed me to share some of our story, it really is about helping other people. We're out of that, we're healed, it's the past, but there's many people living it every day, and if we can use our story to help others, I think that's, for me, it's worthwhile. And so, yeah, it's all about timing. I think at this point in my life and at this age and where I'm at in myself, I definitely can reflect on things in my past and in my life to help others. And the more things I can do like that, of that nature, I definitely want to continue doing it. I think anything you experience in your life which is negative or hard or tough really is where your biggest growth takes place as a person. You definitely are shaped and moulded by what you experienced when you're growing up, the good and the bad. And all of that forms your character. What you do with that is up to you, you know. And so, yeah, I think there's been many things in my life that I could say have made me a strong person, but I think also a very appreciative person, because nothing that I have now, and I don't mean material things, nothing I have has come easy. I've had to work very hard to get the things that I've wanted in life, and it's been a process, it's a journey, and nothing happens overnight. And I think the longer you work on something, that when you do get the reward or you do get the result, it makes it even more worthwhile, and you're always appreciative of it, because if you start at the bottom, there's only one way to go, isn't there? Add a few more things to that list. I'd like to be the businesswoman next. I think, you know, for me it's really about looking at the future and what I can now do more behind the scenes as well. You know, I definitely want to continue in music, I definitely want to continue in TV, but I also want to be behind the scenes. I want to be creating the shows, I want to be coming up with the formats, I want to be, you know, opening up my own dance school now. I want to become the businesswoman. I want things that are going to withstand the test of time and be around, you know, in years to come when I decide I want to have a few babies and kick back.